In our time, we face constant pressure, informational noise, and countless demands. Technology, social media, and endless news cycles often drain us and create a sense of chaos. Yet thousands of years ago, Stoic thinkers such as Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus were already reflecting on how to cope with the difficulties of life and remain calm in the middle of the storm. Their philosophy was not about coldness or the absence of emotions. The Stoics sought ways to preserve clarity of mind, make wise decisions, and live in harmony with the natural order. Although the world has changed drastically since antiquity, their advice still sounds remarkably relevant today. Here are 10 core Stoic principles that can help us let go of unnecessary burdens, find inner peace, and act more consciously. First, control what depends on you. Everyday life is filled with small irritations. A broken glass, delayed transport, a late delivery. We often react emotionally as if the whole world conspires against us. But the Stoics remind us we cannot control what happens, yet we can always choose how to respond. Seneca emphasized that we suffer more from our imagination than from reality itself. Events are neutral. It is our interpretation that adds negativity. If we learn to react calmly, or even with humor, setbacks stop being catastrophes. 2. Live in the present. In the modern world, we are constantly planning for the future and regretting the past. As a result, today's moment passes by unnoticed. Marcus Aurelius advised not to let the future disturb us, because by keeping attention on the present, we naturally prepare ourselves for tomorrow. Practicing presence means fully experiencing a moment, listening to someone without distractions, savoring food, noticing nature. When we stop being consumed by what was or what will be, we discover joy and serenity right now. 3. Accept change as a natural process. Everything in nature shifts. Winter turns to spring, night gives way to day. Human life, too, is marked by transformation, new jobs, endings of relationships, moving to new places. We often resist these changes, yet they shape who we are and enrich our journey. Epictetus taught that what matters is not what happens, but how we react. Fighting against the inevitable only exhausts us. Acceptance, on the other hand, brings freedom and helps us adapt. Each change is a new opportunity and a fresh brushstroke on the canvas of life. 4. Free yourself from dependence on others' approval. Social media makes it seem like likes define our worth. We instinctively search for recognition from others and forget to rely on our own principles. Stoicism offers another perspective. Our foundation must be inner conviction. Epictetus observed that people are troubled less by things themselves than by the opinions they form about them. The same is true for others' judgments. True value is determined by character, choices, and integrity. External praise may be pleasant, but it should never be the basis of self-worth. 5. Recognize life cycles. Losses, farewells, and the closing of important chapters are inevitable. Marcus Aurelius wrote that loss is only another form of change, and change is part of the world's natural joy. Just as trees shed their leaves to bloom again in spring, we must learn to let go of the old so we can welcome the new. Understanding impermanence allows us to treasure present joys more deeply. Stoicism encourages us to see beauty in transience and to face goodbyes not as absolute endings, but as beginnings of new cycles. 6. Seek growth through difficulties. Nobody escapes hardship, financial concerns, conflicts, failures. The easiest path is to complain and feel victimized. But Seneca compared challenges to training. Just as exercise strengthens the body, obstacles strengthen the mind. Stoics suggested treating difficulties as opportunities to build resilience. Every misfortune can teach patience, self-control, or new skills. Instead of asking, "Why me?" It is more fruitful to ask, what can I learn here? With that perspective, hardship transforms into meaningful experience. 7. Cultivate inner wealth. The modern world tempts us with luxury, status symbols, flashy achievements. But the Stoics remind us that true poverty lies not in a lack of possessions, but in endless craving. Material things bring only fleeting pleasure. Lasting wealth is found in tranquility, gratitude, and balance. What gives life real value are not things but moments, relationships, and memories. Stoicism does not dismiss material enjoyment, but urges us not to become enslaved by it. Inner freedom matters more than any possession. 8. Embrace your fate. Life does not always follow our plans. We may give our best effort, yet the outcome may differ. Stoics encourage wise acceptance of events as they come. This doesn't mean passivity. It means striving for excellence while refusing to collapse when results fall short. Such an attitude reduces disappointment and preserves energy for new attempts. 9. Support others. Stoicism stresses that we are connected. No one exists in isolation. Seneca described humanity as bound in a sort of brotherhood. Caring for others is not only a moral duty, it is a path to a meaningful and satisfying life. Helping can take many forms. Listening to a friend, giving sound advice, volunteering, even offering a kind smile. Each act of generosity returns to us as warmth and shared purpose. 10. Reflect and reassess your life. Daily hustle leaves little time for reflection, but the Stoics saw self-examination as essential to spiritual growth. Marcus Aurelius observed that happiness depends on the quality of our thoughts. Regular reflection is like refreshing the inner system. By pausing to review our actions, we can learn from mistakes, celebrate victories, and adjust our path. This practice keeps us from drifting aimlessly and instead moves us toward a more conscious life. Conclusion. Stoic philosophy is not about rejecting emotions or becoming indifferent. At its core, it is about distinguishing essentials from distractions, responding with wisdom and calm, freeing ourselves from reliance on externals, and living according to our values. In a world overloaded with stress and constant noise, these centuries-old principles offer practical tools. They teach us to let go of burdens, find strength in trials, and savor life more fully and mindfully.